Hello and welcome to Shopping with Cheryl. I'm Cheryl, and today we are going to be building the Mary Pet Zoo Villa Cat Washroom. I know, if you're like me, you're like, what's a cat washroom? You're going to find out. It's going to be an enclosure. It's going to be a bench, and you can put your kitty litter box in here. Maybe your kitty litter in. We're going to have a divider so you can put the kitty litter in another little area. Not sure which side yet because I haven't got it together. But I can tell you what, when I bought this, I opened it up. It came packed so well. Now it is heavy. So if you're getting it and you're going to have to carry it upstairs or anything like that, be sure to get some help if you're even carrying it inside. It is a heavy box. This is wood, and each piece is heavy. Now, I will tell you the pieces are all marked. It also has the hardware. It's not got a lot of hardware. I thought it would have a whole lot more than what it does. We have the cam screws, the cam locks, wooden dowels, and these all look to be the same. Then we have the little plastic cover-ups that are going to cover all of these other things. They're white, so you can stick them on and won't be able to see all this. Then we have the screws for the hinges. Pretty much all there is to it. So, let's see. This is the bottom. We're going to start with it. And I will tell you, there is a front, and the front has this little cutout cutesy thing. The back is solid. I'd pick it up, turn it around, but that's not going to work because I can't do that sitting here. So this ought to be a fairly easy thing to build. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, Cheryl. Everything you build, you say it's going to be easy, and it can be a mess. But the instructions are laid out really nicely, so I think I should be able to get this figured out. I just got to figure out where the cam screws go versus the wooden dowels. We're going to start with the bottom. Once I get that all set, then I'm going to move things around. We're going to take the back and attach the two ends, get that attached to the bottom. Then we're going to put on the top. Then we're going to do the doors. The doors do have little hinges on them right here. So we'll see how I do with those. But as you can see, it is really nice. I don't know if this is actually wood or what it is, but it's heavy, whatever it is. So, oops, I don't want to scratch that. There. What I've got for tools, of course, I've got a tape measure. Not that you need it, but I'm going to need it to tell you sizes. I've got my handy dandy DeWalt drill with a Phillips on it because that's what I'm going to be using today. I won't need any of the hex tools. I also got a plain old manual, is it called a manual? Screwdriver so that I can have it just in case this is overkill. So, let's get started on this. From the instructions, I see the front out there. I'm going to put a cam screw, and it looks to me, now I can't show this to you, but you've got several holes. The cam screws have a little black kind of circle around them, so I know which ones are the cam screws, which ones are the wooden dowels. Now that I've looked at the instructions, they seem to be marked out pretty well. So we'll get the wooden dowels in first and move right along. It's a beautiful day in the Las Vegas Valley. Little windy, so if you hear some wind, that's what it is. I can't do nothing about that. But I wanted to get this built so you guys can see it, and I can get that big old box taken down. Yeah. So there you go. I've got those in the wooden dowels first, just because it was the easiest part. Now we're going to put in what the cam screws. And if you've never used these, I've used them a lot now. I can tell you this, when I first started using them, not thrilled about them. Now I figured them out. You've got one part with the threads, the other top, the top has a Phillips. So you're just going to screw these down until they meet with that little ledge. And when we put on the other pieces with the cam locks, I'll explain how those work too. So let's get these in. Try to hold them up fairly straight. Now you can do this with a regular screwdriver. Oops, which I should have. I thought I was going to go in easier. If I'd put my butt in the camera, it would work better. And I've got my screwdriver going the wrong, or my drill. There you go. Helps when the drill goes the right way. I'm not taking out, I'm putting in. There's that. Get it down as much as you can on this without going too deep. But I have used the regular screwdriver on these before, and it works just fine. Just takes you a little bit longer. And I know you guys are thrilled watching this. Now this is a great way to hide that kitty litter box, especially if you're going to put it out in an area where your guests might see it, or even you may just not want to see kitty litter. And not only the box, but the bags of litter, you can keep them in there too if you want. Now, I've built another one of these before, a totally different one. And like I said, you could use it for not only kitty litter, if you want to, and didn't want for your kitty litter box, you could use it for a nightstand bed by your bed and put their beds in there. There's a variety of things you could use this for. Honestly, my little wiener dog put a bed in here, he'd be thrilled. Yeah, super happy. He likes his little cubbies where he can hide away. Now I've got these cam screws in, and next I'm going to be putting cam screws into my two ends. Now, let me show you these. These are your ends, and this is going to be the little door where they can go in and out. I don't know if you can see them. You've got big holes, which those are where the cam locks are going to go in. I've got little holes up here, which I assume are going to be wooden dowels. I haven't looked yet. And then down out here, I've got what looks to be wooden dowel places. And then I've got some with the round circles. Those will be where my cam screws go in. And is cam screws the proper word? I don't know. It's what I say. It's what I call them. So that'll work. I don't have a lot of room here, but we're going to do this anyway. Let me make sure what I'm doing. I'll double check it because I hate to be wrong. Okay, I'm going to need 4 cam screws. You know what? Come to think of it, as much as I use these, oh, they call them a locking bolt, not a cam screw. I didn't know that was the term, so I guess it's a locking bolt. But since they go into the cam locks, I called them whatever. They should have asked me what to call them, and I would have told them, so we knew how they all coordinated together. All right. And the reason these have holes or black lines around them is because that's where they embedded the piece with the threads, so that these attach in. I know some litter boxes you get, some cats are really crazy about litter boxes, and they will throw that litter everywhere. It's like half your house is now covered in litter. Been there, done that. Had a few of those, kind of like birds. Some birds are really messy. Others are nice and tidy. I guess it's just like people and kids. I'm going to double make sure that I'm doing this right. Ooh, I should have only put, I guess, on 2 sides, but I'm not going to worry about it. I've already got them in. It's telling me to, if I turn it the way the instructions say, to only put my cam screws in there. I don't know if it matters. If it does, I'll take them back out in a minute if I run into that. Let me see here. Get these in. And just so I'm matching on everywhere and I know what I don't get lost or wonder in a minute why those don't have those screws in. Or what did they call them? Called them something. I will never remember this now. Locking bolt. Yeah. Let me see here. There we go. We've got those in. So now I'm going to move this bottom piece so that I can put the 2 ends on the back, because otherwise I have to move cameras and everything. It's easier, I think, if I just move this piece out and that piece back, and we'll assemble that. Then we're going to set that all on here. Then my top is way over there, and then get the doors on. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. So give me just a second. I'm going to move things around so we can continue on our journey of the cat washroom, which is going to be nicer than a lot of public bathrooms I've been in. So give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, so I moved the bottom up a little bit so we could do this. This is going to be your back. Now this is going to go on the inside of the cat washroom, because here's where your cam locks go. And you're going to want those, I believe, hidden. As far as I am concerned, you would want those, I would think, hidden from view. You've got a hole here. Yeah, the pictures on this doesn't show it as well. But let me see, does this hole... Wait. The hole, this big hole here, may go down on the bottom. It doesn't really say. But when I, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So this hole is going to go on the bottom. I thought it would go on the top, but it's looking like it's going to go on the bottom, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 holes on the bottom of each. Let me see, how am I going to attach? And if I line it up, there's going to be a cam here, a cam here, and a cam here, which basically is just the same as the other side. So I don't know if it matters. Maybe it doesn't. Like I said, it doesn't really specify. In one picture, it does show the hole down here. But other than that, it doesn't show where the hole is anywhere else in the instructions. And yeah, I try to follow instructions. Sometimes I just quit and give up and figure it's really not worth trying to. I don't think it's going to matter. I think it's all good. So what I need to do now is we're going to attach the ends first. And I need 2 wooden dowels to go in. And let me see, it's going to go just, yep, like this. And my wooden dowels. Okay, so let me get those dowels out. Growing up, we had cats. We didn't have indoor cats. We had farm cats, barn cats, whatever you'd like to call them. Never much for indoor cats. We had, if it got really, really cold out, sometimes the cats were allowed to come in, especially if they were elderly or not. Sometimes we had kittens in the middle of the winter too. Don't ask me why. But we did. And they would be able to come in only in the basement. And we had a heated, the garage, we had a heated area that they could get in with, that we always kept a heater going. We also had hot pads they could lay on. We had a barn that usually had some kind of heat for the other critters. So yes, our barn cats were outdoors, but when it got really nasty, they had somewhere to go that was they could get a little protection. All right, now I put these cam locks in, and if you've never used these, they have a little Phillips cross on top. You're going to want that pointing up because you're going to need to get to it to turn it. They also have this little open area, and this open area is going to go towards where your screw is coming in so that you can get those. These do have little X's. These you can just take your Phillips and turn them and get them to lock. Let's see. Oh, there. Let me get this going good. Why is it not locking in there? What did I do wrong? That one's locked. This one isn't. There it goes. I think I got it in there. All right. So I got that one on. Then this is going to be the other side. I don't know if there is any difference in these either. Nope. So I don't think you can put them on wrong, other than one side is pretty to go out. The other side is just plain. You want that in. We're going to do the 2 wooden dowels again and put in our cam locks. All right. Let's put these in here so we can line them up. Now here again, I'm going to put my little locks in with the X facing up. They just drop right in those holes. Some of these things, when you build them like this, the hole is really deep and you got to watch. Because once these go in, they're kind of hard to get out. These happen to have a little arrow so you know which way to point them to get that bolt in, what they're calling the bolt. And some of them don't on some items, so keep that in mind. And if they don't, you just have to turn them sometimes and figure it out. There you go. We've got our sides on. Now, again, I'm going to be moving things. I'm going to pull this bottom to me so that we can start getting that put together. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cams in all of these. So that's one less thing I have to do once I get it set up. You can probably hear my neighbors. They're cars. But now for those of you that have cats, are your cats a certain breed? Like, I know some people have a specific breed of cat. You know, I had a Siamese cat as a kid named Geraldine. We knew some people and they raised Siamese cats. And I won't need those top ones yet. That was silly. But they won't probably come out. She was something. Siamese cats are different. That's for sure. She would sit outside and just make 10 kinds of noise. She was a cool cat, though. She had attitude. Oh, my. Our friends raised them, and I loved them. They are so pretty. And, yes, they're mouthy. At least the ones I've ever known are. Now, everybody else I knew just had regular barn cats, too, growing up. And now, as an adult, most of the people I know just have cats. Although I have a couple of friends that they have the rag dolls. Beautiful, big cats. Just crazy. So let's move this in and get this back and sides on. Then we just got the top and the doors. The doors I may have to have a little help with for my hinges to hold them straight. We'll see about that. Okay, so here's the bottom moved. I've got my dowel pins in. I've got the back ready to go on the back and sides. So now, let's see if I can do this all by myself. I'm going to set this and try to line this up. See if I can get this. Now, if my cam locks aren't turned the right way, it's not going to go down in there. I already know this. Okay. I'm getting there. Let's see. Do I have my Phillips? I'm going to turn this one because it's not right. And if they won't go in, you may have to, just turn these and get them lined up. So they will. That one just came all the way out. That hole's not very tight. Okay. Let me see here. That one. I'm just not quite lined up, squared. There we go. Gotta kinda, I think I gotta, oops. Yeah. That's okay. We got them all dinging out. I can't get that front. Let me move around. Yes, my butt's going to be in your way. We'll get over it. All right, so got that. I had one wooden dowel over here that was just a little bit off and it wouldn't go down. I moved that, got it tinked and moved. Now I'm going to go through and latch these bottom cam locks with just my little Phillips. Yeah, sorry about my butt being over here in the way. Let me see here. I'm trying not to block everything. But yeah, like I was saying, we lived in Florida, and a lady next to us, our neighbor, had some kind of hybrid specialty cats too. I've never understood it, but not my deal. So there we go. We've got the sides and the back. Here's the door. Now my cams fell out, which I figured they would. That's okay. Next, we're gonna put on the top. So I'm gonna need, let me see what's on the top. What do I have? Put my, yeah, I got my cams there. Now, the top. Oh, my top's way over there. I'm going to have to get it and get it lined up because it's going to need those bolt locks all over there. So they will go down in these holes. So let me move this. We'll get the bolts on the other one, get it all lined up, and we'll be able to put the top on. And then we just have the doors. I also have a piece that slides in here so that you can separate one area. So if you want to keep the cat box here and then put the litter, you can put the little divider in so your litter can go over here, or whatever you want that will keep separated from the kitty box. Or you could just leave that out and have the whole area for the kitty box if you need to. But let's get this done. It's going to be faster than I thought, I'm telling you. So let me move it. We'll keep building. All right, so as you can tell, I'm running out of room here. That's okay. We're gonna get it done anyway and show you the finished product. Okay, I'm gonna put in my bolt locks. I don't think it matters what you call them as long as you know what they are. Let's see. Cats ought to be excited about this. Let me tell you. This is, like I said, this is fancier than some of the public restrooms I've been in. Went out to one of our parks for a car show. They had a big taco festival, car show, all that. Oh my gosh. The restrooms were horrid. I couldn't believe that humans had used them. You'd have thought a bunch of, I don't even know what kind of critters would have done that, but it was a little something. Oh, maybe I don't need these in there. No, because that's where the doors go. That's why I'm missing some, is what I'm guessing. They put these in, so in case you wanted to use it the other way, I think. So I've screwed up. I did screw up by putting them in there. And I'm going to need 1, 2, 3. And since I'm out, that must be the ones I need. So I'm going to take them out real quick. Yeah, that's what happens. I should have read the instructions. And I kind of did. I should have known that the doors would not latch this way if they're going to have hinges. That's okay. If I ever built anything and did it right the first time, we would probably all die of shock. Oh, this one doesn't want to come out because that piece is spinning. Well, I'm going to have to figure out how to get that out. Yeah, that piece is spinning. I screwed that up. Now I've got an issue. Let me see. That is not wanting to come out. Well, that's okay. I'll deal with that in a little bit. I got the 3 ones I need. I'll figure out what to do with that one later. Even if that means cutting it off. But, like I said, this washroom, keep your cats and their litter all nice. Won't look like some horrid cat litter factory. This would be nice. I know I have one friend and their cat lives in their spare bedroom. It's his room, or her room. She's kind of a very particular cat. She could have her washroom in there without it being all over. She's got the bed. She's got everything in there. All right, so now I am going to need to put, I'm going to get this on, wooden dowels. I'm going to need those. Let's see, because this is the front for the doors. And I'm going to need wooden dowels in here. Like this. I'll need a couple over there. Some in the back. I still have that one bolt in the wrong daggone place, which really bothers me. I'm going to get over it though. So let me put in my wooden dowels, move this. We're going to put the top on. Boom. Then we're going to worry about the doors. Those hinges always mess me up, so this ought to be fun. All right, so I've moved things around once again, hoping you can see. I'm going to put these locks in the hole again with the little crisscross pointing out to us. And then getting this top on, if I can manage it, should be a breeze. Whoops. And I need 2 more of these. Looks like they send an extra of everything, which is awesome, just in case. You know, just in case you put one in the wrong place and can't get it out. That's a good thing. All right, now I'm going to put my top down. We'll tighten our locks. And this top is heavy too. I've got wood dowels in. I've got my bolts in. And this top has a nice edge on it. And when they say it's a bench, I can see that. I'm going to have to move so I can actually see what I'm doing here. So sorry if I'm in your way. We're going to, oops, that's okay. I'm going to try to, if I could get one of these, it'd be great. And then get another one. Let me see here. Where am I off? All right. Let me put this lock back in. So I've got it in. All right. Now I've got one off over here just a little. Holy moly's. There you go. Look at this. Yeah, and I still have this in the wrong place. Where is my Phillips? Yeah, y'all get to see my butt in your way all day today. So now I just need to go through and tighten all of these. This is a heavy, heavy duty thing. Like I said, if you have to carry it, make sure you get help. You're going to need it. Unless you're a great big old dude that might be able to manage it, but I couldn't. All right, those are all locked. Oh, I don't know if I would sit on that myself, but you could put things on here, no problem. Now, next up, we have the slider, which you'll want to put in opposite of where you have your, because I have my door over here. This is where the litter box will be. Then you're going to want to put this in. It's got rails on the top and on the bottom. Ta-ha! Looky there. Whew. Now I'm going to move this back, get my screws for the what are they called? Hinges. And we should be good because this will be one door. And yet, oh, I gotta wash that. They have the little openings at the top. And here will be the other door. I'll get those on. And we'll have our cat house built and ready for a kitty. Okay, so I moved some things around and I did get that lock screw thing out. It was a pain in the butt. So when you go to build this, make sure, because you can put the open door on either side, but make sure you're only putting those screws in on the side you're going to attach to the back, because they are a pain to get out, because the little thing that holds them is just pressed in and it turns. So I had to get pliers, had to mess around and got that out finally. That was my mistake. I should have paid attention, but I'm giving you a heads up so you can pay attention better than I did. Lesson learned. That's why I do these on YouTube, so you guys can see my mistakes and not make the same ones. I'm good at making mistakes. I don't mind that. I get out. Now, these screws are the M screws, and they're tiny. Just little things to attach our hinges. I'm going to use the regular old screwdriver rather than the drill to attach these. Going to get these lined up. That's going to be where I have my issue, is trying to line these up. Now, I always have problems with hinges figuring. These aren't too bad. There's some that are the extra piece. They drive me insane. These aren't so bad. So I'm going to line this up, and just setting it on here doesn't line them up. So we're going to use a little foot magic to help get this lined up. And I'm going to see if I can get this top one started. They've got holes so you can see exactly where they go. We'll get the top one here going. And once I get it, the others will be easier. Then I will do the top of the bottom so it doesn't swing out. and let it drop just a little. Let me see, am I going to hit it? Because you got to keep it level too. I'm starting them with my fingers. Just enough to see where I'm at. Then straighten those up because you don't want them angled either. Once you get these two in, the other two will be super easy to do. There you go. And those two are in. Let's put the other two so that it's good and secure. Don't want to lose these. I hope I got it right, because I hate screwing up too many things on one build. Jeez. Let me see here. Oops. Boy, I sure don't have any finger room to work here. Balance that. And let's see. Now, they do have magnets. I hope I'm not screwing up my mic too bad over here. Bungled up. They've got the magnets up here and the pieces here. Ta-da! It actually closes. Bonus! There you go. One door on. Let's get the other door. And we are well on our way. I'll get out the screws for this. They do send an extra, which is a bonus, because I could easily lose them. Again, the top has the little notch here. Get these started. Let me see here. Oops, that's the wrong way. Now this one is going to be a little funky because I'm using my wrong hands. Let me see, am I getting that? See if I can get my... Sometimes having little fingers is a bonus. Those big man fingers can't always get these little screws and things. And I know I should have magnetized my screwdriver so I could use that. And I've been shown how to magnetize my screwdriver by rubbing it over a magnet. There. Maybe. There you go. Yeah, you can take your screwdriver, rub it over a magnet, and that will... Let me make sure before I get going too far, I've got these all lined up. Doors and hinges are not my friend. Let me get that in there to hold it. There we go. Now get one on the bottom. Yes, I'm concentrating. Can you tell? Hit that tiny little hole there. That tiny screw. Kitty ought to feel like a freaking queen. And get them tightened down good. Let's get them in there so we have them. And then we are almost done. I know it's taken a good little while, but I know it probably won't take you guys near as long. I think if I wasn't trying to pay attention to the camera, I'd have been done. So, how long this stuff takes me, it won't take you near as long. For one, you're probably a little better at this. For two, you're not trying to keep your butt out of the way of a camera. Oh, I'm going crooked. No, no, no. Don't do that on me. Let's go straight. Let me see here. All right. One couple. Let's see if I can get that. All right. Now, will this door close? Oh my gosh. All right. Let's close this. And wait. Oh, there. My doors are a little uneven. That is probably my fault. Putting the hinges on. I believe it was me. That's okay. Now these you can put in to cover all those little cam locks. These are just little white pieces of plastic that you'll pop on. Not a huge deal. Let's get some measurements for you. Let me find my tape. Okay. Overall, yeah, I'm really upset. My doors, I screwed that up. I don't think the cat will notice. I need to get this one squared a little better, and I can do that. Let's see, across the top, we have 37.5 inches by, let me get over here so I know I'm going straight, by 21.5. Total height is 22.5. Then inside, let me move this so we can see in here. For the doorway to our divider, if you want to use the divider, is a little right at 23 inches here. So depending on how big your cat box is, and then it leaves you a little space over here that I know you can subtract if you want, but just so you know, it's going to be 11 inches. Now, of course, if you don't want this, you can just take that right out. And holy molies. And yes, I do have an affiliate link for it in the description below. I think I forgot to say that. But if you use my affiliate link and make a purchase, I may make a commission. Also, there is a link to follow me on Amazon Live. You can follow me over there where I show all kinds of cool products. I'm not building, but I'm showing off a bunch of cool products. A lot of times I can find deals to put on my Amazon Lives that I can't say here on YouTube because deals come and go so much. So be sure to go down in the description, check this out. Give your cats a nice little area. Nobody will see that litter box. Nobody will see the litter if you choose to keep it in there, or the toys or whatever. And like I said, if you want, you could put this out in your living room or wherever. And instead of litter, you could put a cat bed in there. You could do a variety of things with it, whatever you want. But it's super duper sturdy, and I built it, and it's still sturdy. So, looks nice. And it'll work for whatever you need it to. So, we will see you in the next video. Be sure to subscribe here so you can see more of my adventures in building and cooking. You don't want to miss them.